welcome back to Yoast Build, everyone. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night, and thank you for tuning in. So, this is a sight we've never seen in the shop before. Look at this. We actually have a functioning lift and a giraffe. If you guys see the giraffe in the background of the videos, he is, I believe, like a 5 foot tall paper mache giraffe. Just a funny thing. He's always in the back of the videos. You guys spot him out in all the videos. Surprised nobody's really commented about that. But while I was gone in Florida, a lot of things have changed. So the biggest thing, and the thing that I most appreciate, is if you see all the wiring was done for our lift. While the wiring was done for our lift, we have this 220 plug right here for our Lincoln welders. I don't know if I've talked about this in a video, but we do have a TIG and MIG Lincoln welder, and with a functioning lift, we should be able to do small exhaust jobs, you know, simple fab stuff and stuff we need to do to, you know, get the cars in and out a lot faster. I know we have a lot of project cars, so, you know, we can start knocking them out, getting them all running, getting them all complete. So with the neon on the lift, we can walk underneath it and take a look at a few things. So this thing does have drum brakes. It is actually surprisingly how little rust this car has for being a northern car its whole life. You can see the mild rust here on the, you know, exhaust straps, but the car has a plastic fuel tank, which is pretty lightweight. This right here, there's a little rust here. There's a little surface rust there. You know, brake lines have corrosion. And, oh, wow, there's no motor. There's no transmission. So I guess my brother took this out while I was gone. Wonder what else he has taken out of this thing. Nice. So the lightweight neon project is coming along. Of course, I haven't been here to make video on it, but let's get the car down and see what else he has stripped. So now that we got the car back down to the ground, let's see what he's been trying to be sneaky about. Oh, all right. So he completely gutted it. That looks like it's gonna be light. Oh, he left the pieces that he thinks he wants to put back in. That's interesting. I wonder if he thinks he's gonna get this thing lighter than the DA. If you guys don't know, the DA is like 17, probably like 1,800, 1,700 pounds. I wonder what the neon can get down to. So another thing that I noticed right away is we have a mirror on this side, but there's no mirror on that side. Pretty sure I remember this car with 2 mirrors. It's trying to be sneaky. All right, we're gonna have to step up our game plan on the DA just to make sure that we don't lose to the neon. So another thing I noticed, and while I was in Florida, I started doing a little research about this. This car has a dual cam hood on it, which is very interesting. And I was talking to my brother because when he pulled this transmission out, he looked up the code and it has a dual cam transmission in it. The dual cam neons come with a 394 final drive, whereas the single cam cars come with a 355 final drive, which is very interesting. So you have a dual cam hood, you have a dual cam transmission, but you have a single cam motor. So I'm thinking to myself that somebody blew this car up at one point. It probably had a dual cam in it. They blew it up. They couldn't find another dual cam. So what they do, they just swap the single cam in. Everything on the single cam and dual cam neons is pretty much exactly the same except for 2 sensors. So it wouldn't be that hard to go to the junkyard, get you a dual cam, or get you a single cam, swap it in without anybody knowing that you did it. So I'm pretty sure that the reason, you know, this car doesn't have AC or anything and had a single cam in it is because it didn't actually come with a single cam. Pretty sure it was a dual cam neon coupe that somebody put a single cam in, which is pretty interesting to me. I don't see anything else that he's modded. Like I said, I do know he's gutted it. And the reason why I knew he gutted it is because I came to this mess last night when I got home. So this is all the heater control stuff out of the neon. I think this is the one side of the dash. There's the door panels. There's the seats. I wonder actually how much this weighs, and I don't have a scale right now. So I'm going to try to get a scale and weigh this for you guys so that we can do a comparison from the DA to the Neon on actually how much weight you can take out of the car. I guarantee that exhaust is the heaviest part. But another thing, while I was in Florida that I picked up was this whole pile of parts right here. So we have 3 Neon 2001 and newer RT cars in Florida that we used to drive around all the time. They were just daily drivers or extra cars if we needed them. You know, between the Juke, the Fiat, and a bunch of cars, other cars that we own. So this is a 394 Neon RT tranny. That is a Neon RT single cam block. That is the Neon RT intake manifold, the starter, the alternator, everything you need to convert a single cam first gen Neon to a Magnum RT, you know, second gen Neon style. The reason why you need all this is because this is a better performing unit. It's basically like the stage 1 or stage 2 cam that comes, or that you would have to buy for these Neons, is equivalent to what these Neons come with. So it's basically a factory upgrade, kind of like taking your LS and putting a B20 in. It's just a little more power, everything right there from the factory, without actually changing anything. It's kind of pretty much plug and play. The only thing that's really cool about these is that this manifold has this little block right here, and it has butterflies in it. So it's kind of, if you're a Honda person, you'll understand as like a GSR intake manifold, how it has the flap in it, or an H22 manifold, how it has the flap in it. It's basically the same concept. When you're low RPM, not on the throttle, it closes the flap, so you run on the 4 smaller cylinders, or 4 smaller chambers, and you get a little more down low torque. Once you floor the gas, it opens up, and then you have all 8 chambers open. You have all the air, all the RPM, just rev it. One problem that we ran into is I took all of this out of the Neon RT, brought the head with me because I was under the assumption that this was a Neon RT head. I got here, started talking to my brother, and then we checked this head out, and it actually isn't a Neon RT head. So that Neon, at one point in its life, either broke the timing belt, bent some valves or something, and somebody actually switched this head out. So the easiest way to tell a Neon RT head is on this side of the head right here. There'll be a large R/T imprinted on the head. This head doesn't have that. It has small exhaust ports. So we're still in search of a Neon RT head for this car. We have 2 in Florida. We just have to drive 16 hours to go down there and get them. So that's pretty much an update on the Neon and the lift and the wiring. It's coming along. I'm kind of excited. I personally want to see this car and this car at the same weight, if not close to the same weight, to make the brotherly competition fair. I believe we can get this thing down to like 1,900 pounds. So I did a little research. I've been doing I was kind of on vacation doing a little research, and I found somebody that actually got a Neon Coupe down to 1,750. So that's really good competition for a DA. Well, my DA. A lot of other DAs are heavier. They're like I said in the other video, the DA started out 100 pounds heavier than the Neon. So it's like 2,450 versus 2,350. So that's pretty good competition for each other. The single cam Magnum motor versus the B20. If you guys remember, this car only dynoed 114 horsepower stock. I've looked up many of these cars that dynoed that same numbers, 115 horsepower, 120 horsepower bone stock. So these cars are very comparable. I know some of you are going to be like, oh, you have a dual cam, you have a single cam, it's not the same. Well, both cars are 2 liters. We're playing pretty much off the same, ballpark. This car, of course, is going to have a cam upgrade. It's going to have a rod and piston upgrade. This car has cams, rod, and piston. Same concept, same lightweight, same nitrous. So that is the update on the Neon versus the Integra, the brotherly battle of Yost built. So, and we have a lift. Well, while I was in Florida, I got to looking, and I've been looking for a 3rd set of wheels for the Juke. I have my stock wheels, which have a set of Bridgestone S007As, which are basically one step below an RE71R, which are my daily driver right now stock daily driver wheels. I do have my Graham Light 57 Gators with R888Rs 265 or 255 35 18. Big track tires, which I absolutely love. They're wonderful. But up here in the snow, cold winter of Pennsylvania, both of those tires are a little aggressive once it gets cold outside. So I picked up these. Well, you can't even tell what they are. If you go look on my Facebook, you'll see these are Super Advent SA3s. The reason why I picked these up is because both of my sets of wheels are 18 inch. These are 17 inch. These are a 17 by 9 in the rear, 17 by 8 in the front, plus 31. The reason why you go with a smaller wheel is so you can add more sidewall. You get more sidewall, get winter tires, have fun with it, and not get stuck in the snow. So these are the faces. These are a Japanese split 3-spoke wheel. I absolutely love the design. I had a friend of mine that owned these on his CB7. He was actually my old roommate, and absolutely amazing wheel. Looks so cool in the cars. It's not a very popular wheel like an RPF1 or a TE37. So wheels I really like. If you guys can't tell, I like oddball things. I like oddball builds, like oddball cars. Nobody builds a DA. Nobody builds a single cam neon. Everyone goes with the Quota Pro, quote, however you say that. And they go with the same thing. You go do a K swap, do whatever swap. I'm a little bit different with that. So I do plan on, as you can tell, I took the wheels apart. I do plan on cleaning these up as much as possible. I'll probably sand these down, paint the faces, clean up the barrels. They are real two-piece wheels, as you can tell. I take them apart and restore them a little bit, just so that they look clean. I don't want it to look too, it doesn't need to be perfect. They are going to be my winter wheels. So that is pretty much the shop update of what happened this last week while I was gone in Florida. Of course, I came and saw all my local friends in Florida, hung out, went to the track once or twice, and I had a good time. So now we are waiting for parts for that. We are waiting on parts for this, but we do have a working lift. And I'm going to conclude this video with, what do you guys think is going to go in here? So we have electric ran. You can see the wire hanging right there. What do you think we need this space for? Those of you that already know, don't comment. Those of you that don't know, comment below.